Okay, welcome and namaste. Welcome to prayer yoga. How did prayer yoga begin? The idea for prayer yoga began first in a meditation. I was meditating one evening and it just kind of popped into my mind and it said prayer yoga. And at that time, I was practicing a lot of sun salutations, and while I was doing the sun salutations, I was really feeling a desire for the sun salutation to be a prayer. I could feel inside me that it was a prayer and that I wanted to know what that was. So I believe that that desire for the prayer of sun salutation was also something that helped in this prayer yoga. Also, years ago when I was practicing my own hatha practice, I started to become aware of the chakras, the energy centers in my body, while I was practicing. And it brought a new search within me to go deeper into my hatha practice. So prayer yoga included that awareness of the chakras that started awakening inside me. And I really decided to have more prayer in my life, and I also wanted to find a way that my yoga practice could become more spiritual in my life. So that's how it began. So what exactly is prayer yoga? Prayer yoga combines prayers, and it has the awareness of the chakras, and it also has a knowledge of the 10 universal principles that really create a foundation for a spiritual life. And it's also what we call a path of mastery. I realized that I started to desire a way that I could help people to become masters of their life, and I believe that this is an answer to that prayer. The 10 universal principles came from something called the Yoga Sutras, and the Yoga Sutras are the ancient yogic text, and they were written by a man named Patanjali, and some people consider Patanjali to be the father of yoga. And according to Patanjali, there are 8 limbs to yoga. And those 8 limbs are, the first are the yamas, which are things that we do, that we control within ourselves. Then there are the niyamas, which are observations, things that we observe about ourselves that we want to do more of. The next one is asanas, which means steady, comfortable postures, which is what we're doing in the hatha yoga class. We're doing the asanas. The next one is pranayama, which is control of the life force within us, which many times is done with breathing practices. And then there's pratyahara, which is sense withdrawal, dharana, which is concentration, dhyana, which is meditation, and then samadhi, which is contemplation or moving into ecstasy. And this samadhi is the goal of yoga. And it's the goal of our life. It should be the goal of each human being. And we want to keep that in mind, that the reason why we're practicing the hatha yoga practices, the reason why we're doing the postures, is to attain this level of mastery that allows us to experience this thing called samadhi, which is ecstasy, which is being absorbed into the divine. And this is really why we want to do this. So we want to have a further understanding of especially the yamas and the niyamas, because those are those 10 foundation principles. The first one is ahimsa. And that means non-harming. And that means not only non-harming physically, but it also means not harming with our words, not to speak unkind words, not to curse or gossip. And it also means not even having harmful thoughts. So that means if even someone cuts us off in traffic, we even can watch our thoughts and not want to think harm for someone else. And that takes a lot of mastery. And also, it also means not harming ourselves. So we want to watch, is our life getting too stressed? You know, if we have too much stress in our life, it's harmful to our health. So we also want to watch. Ahimsa means being kind to ourselves. The next one, with ahimsa, we do the prayer. And the prayer that we do in the posture is, may my being always radiate divine peace. And Patanjali says when one masters ahimsa, that all creatures become peaceful in your presence. And you've had that experience where someone may walk in the room and you just feel more calm and peaceful when they walk in the room. That's what the mastery of ahimsa is. The next one is called satya, and that means non-lying. And that means not only not lying to others, but it also means not having the intention to deceive. It means being honest with ourselves. It means living and speaking the truth of our soul. And it also means not telling the truth in a way that will be harmful to others. So we want to combine that with ahimsa. Sometimes we tell the truth and say, well, I'm just telling the truth. But we want to tell the truth with compassion and love in our heart. So that also includes that. The prayer for Satya is, may I always live and speak the truth of my soul. And Patanjali says that when one masters Satya, that everything that you say comes true. So as a master, if a master says, thou shalt be healed, then thou is healed. And that's mastery of Satya. The next one is called asteya, and that means non-stealing. And that means not only just not stealing other people's possessions, but also not other people's time. It also means not stealing precious time from ourselves by not prioritizing our time. So we want to master asteya, and the prayer that we use for that is, may I trust that everything that I need will come to me when I need it. And the reason why that's the prayer is because Patanjali says that when one masters asteya, all prosperity comes to them. So it means when we're not having to try to grab onto things because we think we won't get it, when we're in mastery of it, we just know that everything that will come to us when we need it. The next one is called brahmacharya, and that means to flow with Brahma, or flow with the Creator. Some people translate that as celibacy, but chastity, but I believe that it really means more like not to allow ourselves to overindulge in sensual cravings. And the reason why it was called celibacy, because sexual craving happens to be a very strong one. But so we realize that it just means, what is it that takes us away from our center of peace? If we're flowing towards the divine and we have our mind on chocolate ice cream instead of meditating, then that can take us away. Our craving moves that way instead of that way. So that's what we want to pay attention to. And the prayer is, may I live a life of balance. So when we're practicing brahmacharya, we're practicing moderation in all things, and that means to have a life of balance. And Patanjali says that when one masters this brahmacharya, that vigor is attained. You have a strong body because your energy is more used towards flowing towards the divine. The last one is called aparigraha, and that means non-greed, non-hoarding, non-attachment. And here we want to look at, where are we still holding on to? What are we still holding on to? How much stuff do we have in our closets? How much stuff are we holding on to? Also our emotions. Where are we still holding on to old emotional stuff that doesn't have to be there anymore? Or emotional attachments to relationships. Where are we still holding on? So the prayer for that is, may I release all that does not serve my highest good. And Patanjali says when one masters this, that actually you let go of the attachment of even your ego, your personality, and memories of previous lives come into your mind, and also the reason why you came here to the earth. What was your purpose in this lifetime? And that's what happens when you master that. The next segment is called the niyamas, and the first one for that is called saucha, and that means purity. That means simple things like eating pure food, drinking pure water, breathing pure air. It also means thinking pure thoughts, having pure intentions, and it also means knowing the pureness of our own soul, our true self. So the prayer is, may I realize the pureness of my soul. And Patanjali says when one masters this, that they no longer find pleasure in the physical dimension, but the energy is so pure that it's the spiritual, subtle, spiritual dimensions that give us pleasure. The next one is called santosha, and that means contentment. And that's being okay with the way that things are. It means not trying to seek happiness outside of ourselves. It also means things like not even having likes and dislikes. Now that's a big one to master. You could see why this is a path of mastery, even to come to a place where we say, well, I don't have likes or dislikes. The prayer is, may I always be attuned to thy ever-present joy. And Patanjali says when one masters santosha, that a supreme joy is attained. The next one is called tapas, and that's self-discipline. And that's the ability to do without. It may even be the ability to withstand a little bit of pain. And that could be as simple as saying, okay, I'm not going to have dessert tonight. That's a little bit of tapas. And that's being self-disciplined. And let's face it, to be a master, we really have to have self-discipline in our lives. The prayer is, may I be blessed with a disciplined body and mind. And Patanjali says, upon mastery, one attains psychic powers because they can become so focused. The next one is called Swajaya, and that means spiritual studies or self-study. And it usually means study of spiritual books. And when we study the spiritual books, we study about divine beings, but we're also learning about the divinity of who we are and the possibility of who we are, so that when one masters this, they're even able to commune with divine beings. So less like a lot of people now commune with angels, or people commune with Christ or Mary, that when one moves into the self-study of the deeper sense of self, that they are able to commune with these beings. And the prayer is, may my heart be filled with devotion. May I speak thy words. May I be blessed with a vision of thy radiance, and may I be crowned with thy oneness. They say that if someone has a particular deity that they usually pray to, again like Christ or Mary, that this Swajaya allows them to really be attuned with them so that they can see a vision of them or speak their words or fill their hearts with devotion for them. The last one is Swara Pranidhana, is the goal. It's devotion or surrender to a higher power. And the prayer is, may I surrender all unto thee. And Patanjali says that when one masters this, samadhi is attained. And samadhi is union with the divine. And this is what we want to work for, have the idea in our mind that at one point in our life we want to be able to live with the consciousness that we are so connected with the divine that we feel it with us always. Okay, so now we go into asanas, the steady postures, steady, comfortable posture. That's very important for us to understand. So when we're practicing the postures, it means we don't want to strain. It wants to be a comfortable posture. It also means that we need to fit the postures to your particular need. If you have a challenge with your wrist that day, or your arms aren't strong enough, or whatever, you really need to find a way to fit the posture to your particular need. Just adapt it to you. It doesn't have to be like picture perfect. You do it a way that your body feels comfortable in doing it, and you feel still you're getting a good stretch. You want to do your own timing. If I'm holding the posture too long for you, come out, and you can repeat it. You can do it, especially beginners, it's better to do it shorter periods of time and repeating it rather than doing it longer and holding the posture. It is usually recommended that before you begin a hatha yoga practice that you do consult your doctor, especially if you have any kind of spinal injuries, and ask them if they feel that there's something that you should do or shouldn't do. And again, remember that the asana means that it is meant to be able to sit steady for meditation, because to achieve samadhi we want to be able to sit still. And again, this is what we're working on, is keeping the body in a place that it becomes steady. The next one is called pranayama. That's the life force control. And it's usually done through breathing practices. So in this class we do 2 breathing practices. One is called Dirgha Swasam, which is the full yogic breath, which we'll be learning later. And the next one is called Ujjayi breath. Now Ujjayi breath, in order to do the breath, what you do is you contract your throat so that it makes a sound so that you can hear yourself breathing. And it's like as if you were blowing on a mirror. You go, but then you close your mouth and you can hear the breath in your throat. So when you inhale and exhale, and what that does, it allows you to, it helps you to stay more present in the posture, and it allows you to slow down. So that's what you want to use that breath. And you use that breath while we're holding the postures. So when I'll say, okay, just relax your breath, allow your breathing to be relaxed, do the Ujjayi breath, and allow yourself just to stay centered and stay focused in the posture. Breath is very important in yoga, and we'll talk more about it later, but the mind and the breath are very connected. So when you want to change the state of your mind, if you change the state of your breathing, that will help to slow down your mind. So if you're ever agitated or angry, just change your breath. And the breath really helps to steady the mind for meditation. And again, this is what we're working for, to be able to live in a meditative state of mind. The next one is called pratyahara, and that means having the mind turn within. That's again not allowing your mind to be distracted by the senses, but to really being turned totally inward towards the divine within. And then there's the dharana, which is concentration, dhyana, meditation, and then again the samadhi, which is that super conscious state, which again is the goal of our life. And even if we just to have that in mind, that at one point we would like to attain that, really allows our mind to be open to moving in that direction. The other thing that we need to learn for the prayer yoga is about the chakras. And the chakras could take years to study. So I'm only giving you a very small piece of information to give you some idea of what we're talking about and where to focus in the postures. And there's 7 major chakras, and they're usually along the base of the spine. And the first one is called the root chakra, and that's at the very base of the spine. And we use that for grounding. When you feel more really grounded and secure and connected to the earth, that's the root chakra. And then the second one is the belly chakra, and that's where a lot of our emotions are stored, and especially emotions around relationships. So we hold on to stuff. We hold it on in the belly. And then the next one is the solar plexus, and that's usually right above the navel, and that's our power center. You know how sometimes you go on stage, if you have to go on stage, you get kind of butterflies in your stomach because there's that sense of power. So that's situated here. And then the next one most people are all familiar with is the heart chakra. And the heart chakra is our center of love and devotion, and where compassion comes from. And then the next one is the throat chakra, and the throat chakra is where we communicate ourselves from. Do you ever find where you wanted to say something and you kind of, your throat gets tight and you can't really let it out because you want to express yourself, but you're afraid to express yourself? That comes from the throat chakra. It's the expression of ourselves. The sixth one is called the third eye, and sometimes you see some people with dots on here. This is for the spiritual eye, and this is very important in meditation and very important in our life. It's where our spiritual vision comes from. It's when we look up here, we can see the world from a point of view that says there must be some purpose in all this. There must be some higher reasoning for all that's happening, and we get that vision from our third eye. And then the last one is called the crown chakra, and that's really like a doorway to the heavens, where the energy from the divine can come in and where our prayers can go out of. And so that's called the crown. And when we tune into this chakra, we get this sense of oneness, where we really see and realize that everything is just one. And we get that there. In the prayer yoga, you want to allow your own inner guidance to come in. When we practice some of the prayers, your guidance might come in and give you a sense of a vision or a feeling about some way or something that you can do to really work on this particular prayer. For example, when we do a prayer for balance, you may get a vision of or a sense of, what can I do to have more balance in my life? And you might get a sense that will come in that show you what you can do. With prayer yoga, to get full benefit of it, it really needs to be practiced regularly. As we know, all of our spiritual practices, the more that we do them, the better they are. But just to do a daily prayer and to do a daily practice is very beneficial for us. And that's one of the reasons we have created prayer yoga retreats. We're offering weekend retreats and week-long retreats to give people the opportunity to really fully go into the prayers, integrate them into their system, so that we can do it on a daily basis. Our spiritual practice needs to be done not just an hour a day, but all throughout our day. We want to be thinking, how can I practice ahimsa? How can I be more kind? How can I be more gentle? How can I be more honest? So we want to have those thoughts going throughout our mind, so that as we go throughout our day, we are constantly walking on that path of mastery. So with that, let us begin with a prayer for the beginning of the class. Call on the most holy, holy, holy light, holy, holy, holy love, the holy, holy, holy spirit, the holy, holy, holy divine mother. We call on the angels of the highest light and the highest love. We call upon all the masters and the teachers that are working with us. And we ask that this time may be a time of prayer, a time of devotion, and a time to bring us closer to our soul and to the divine. And we thank you. So be it. So, let's begin with the sun salutation. The sun salutation is a series of 12 postures. And it's so great. I love the sun salutation. It can be done just by itself if you don't have a lot of time. I call it yoga on the go. There's no excuse not to do a few sun salutations, and it really gives the body a full routine of working out, of bending the spine in the way that it needs to bend for greater health. And you can do the prayers with it. So you can do this on your own, just by itself, or you can add it as far as part of the whole routine, and then we use it as a warm-up. And it also can be done slow to warm up, or it can be done fast, even as an aerobic activity if you'd like. The breathing that we use in the postures is anytime when you inhale, you're lifting up, and anytime you're moving forward or contracting, it's an exhalation. So to begin the sun salutation, you come to the front of your mat. You have your hands together in prayer position. And what I love about the prayer position is your palms are touching and your hands are actually on your heart. And what this does is it actually opens up a feeling of devotion for you. This is why when we pray, we hold our hands in this position to open up our heart chakras, to open up a sense of love and devotion. So don't worry about the breathing right yet. You can learn that last. First, what we'll do is learn the postures and the prayers, and then you can incorporate the breathing next. But I will give you some hints of what the breath is as we're doing them anyway. So we begin with the hands together in front of the chest, and the prayer is, may I begin this day radiating divine love. And just imagine the golden light in your heart, radiating light out into the world. And the second movement is you cross your thumbs over, you stretch out, up, and back. And the prayer is, I reach up and open myself up to thy light and thy grace. Feel yourself opening your heart up and lifting it up. In the next movement, you exhale and you come forward. And the prayer is, I bow to the magnificence and thy beauty. And just imagine the beauty of a sunrise or a sunset, or the beauty of nature. And just surrender down and allow your body just to open up. Allow the back of your legs to open up, your lower back to open up. Take some deep breaths. Practice your Ujjayi breath, inhaling, exhaling, and staying present in the posture. The next movement, you bring your fingertips down on the sides of your toes and bend your knees if you need to. And then bring your right leg all the way back as far as you can. Bring the back knee down and your head is up. And your eyes are closed and focus within your heart. And the prayer is, I reach back and feel thee in the depths of my heart. And again, focus on that golden sunlight, the golden light in your heart, and create a sense of love in your heart. The next movement, you bring the front foot to meet the back and you come into an inverted V. Keep your hands and your feet in the same position. And then stretch your heels down towards the ground. You look down towards your knees, pull your belly up. And the prayer is, I lift up all my challenges to thee. And imagine yourself taking all your challenges and just offering them up into the light so that your burdens can be lightened. See that vision in your mind. Practice your breath. The next movement, you bring your knees down to the ground. You arch your back and you bring your heart down right in between your hands. So if it's difficult for you to do that, you can just come down one arm at a time. Otherwise, you bring your heart down right in between your hands. So you're coming down, and the prayer is, I kiss the earth with my heart in gratitude for all that she provides for me. And then you bring your belly down and your head up. I lay my belly upon her in humbleness. And I lift my vision to see thee in all things. Bring the energy up to that point in between your eyebrows, the third eye, and imagine a light there. And have a desire to be able to see the unity of all that there is. And we push up, coming back up into the inverted V. I use my strength to reach thee. Imagine yourself walking up into the light, resisting all those things that take you off your path. And breathe. Next movement is bring the right foot forward, right up in between the hands. Now some of you will actually have to take the foot and lift it up. You want to have proper knee alignment here, so you want to make sure your knee is right aligned with your toes. Head is up. The prayer is, may each step forward I take bring me closer to thee, and see yourself in your mind walking up into the light, having a desire to move more on your path into the light. Breathe. The next movement, you take the back foot and you meet the front foot, and just relax down. May I surrender all unto thee. Take a breath, and again to surrender your body, relax and allow it to open up. Now when you come up, you have two choices. You can either have your arms straight out to the side, or you can reach out and bring them out in front of you. Cross the thumbs over, stretch out, up and back, and I lift myself up into thy light and thy presence. Lifting the heart up again, imagine yourself moving up into the light, surrounded and filled with the light. And then we come forward and back into the prayer position. I give thanks for all the blessings I receive from thee. Take some deep breaths and take some moments to feel gratitude in your heart. We have so many blessings in our lives. Take this moment now to say thank you, to feel gratitude for your level of health, your level of abundance, for your loved ones. Living in this country, there are so many things to be grateful for. Feel that sense of gratitude in your heart. Now we're going to do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Allow your breathing to be normal and relaxed. I begin this day with divine love radiating from my heart. The next inhalation, cross the thumbs out over, stretch out, up and back. Inhaling up, I reach up. Open myself up to thy light and thy grace. The next exhalation, come forward, I bow to thy magnificence and thy beauty. Inhaling, left leg back, I reach back and feel thee in the depths of my heart. Let your breathing be relaxed. Next exhalation, front foot meets the back in the inverted V. I lift up all my challenges to thee. Next inhalation, knees, chest, and chin. I kiss the earth with my heart in gratitude for all that she provides for me. Belly down, head up. I lay my belly upon her in humbleness and lift my vision to see thee in all things. With that, on the exhalation, you lower down, and then inhale, lifting that energy up into the third eye. Next exhalation, come into the inverted V. I use my strength to reach thee. Inhale, left foot forward, back knees down. May each step forward I take bring me closer to Thee. Exhale, back foot meets the front. I surrender all unto Thee. Inhaling, coming up. I lift myself up into Thy presence and Thy light. Exhale, return to prayer position, and I give thanks for all the blessings that I receive from Thee. Take some deep breaths and give thanks. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. I begin this day with divine love radiating from my heart. Inhaling, reaching out up and back. I reach up and open myself up to Thy light and Thy grace. Exhaling forward, I bow to Thy magnificence and Thy beauty. Inhale, right leg back. I reach back and feel Thee in the depths of my heart. Exhale, front foot meets the back. I lift up all my challenges to Thee. Inhale, knees, chest, and chin. I kiss the earth with my heart in gratitude for all that she provides for me. Exhale, belly down, head up. I lay my belly upon her in humbleness. Inhale, lift the energy up to the third eye. Lift my vision to see Thee in all things. Exhaling back up into the inverted V, I use my strength to reach Thee. Inhale, right foot forward, right up in between the hands, back knee is down. May each step forward I take bring me closer to Thee. Exhale, back foot meets the front. I surrender all unto Thee. Inhaling, reaching out up and back, I lift myself up into Thy light and Thy presence. Exhale, return to prayer position. I give thanks for all the blessings that I receive from Thee. Take some deep breaths and feel gratitude. Say thank you. Inhale. Exhale. I begin this day with divine love radiating from my heart. Inhaling, reaching out up and back. I reach up and open myself up to Thy light and Thy grace. Exhaling forward, I bow to Thy magnificence and Thy beauty. Left leg back. I reach back and feel Thee in the depths of my heart. Front foot meets the back, exhaling. I lift up all my challenges to Thee. Inhale, knees, chest, and chin. I kiss the earth with my heart in gratitude for all that she provides for me. Exhale, belly down, head up. I lay my belly upon her in humbleness and lift my vision to see Thee in all things, bringing the energy, inhaling up into the third eye. Exhale, back into the inverted V. I use my strength to reach Thee. Inhale, front foot forward, left foot up. May each step forward I take bring me closer to Thee. Exhale, back foot meets the front. I surrender all unto Thee. Inhaling, lifting up, I lift myself up into Thy presence and Thy light. Exhaling, return to prayer position. I give thanks for all the blessings that I receive from Thee. Take some moments to say thank you. And take some deep breaths. And just relax. This is called Vrikasana, the tree pose. And to prepare for the balance pose, what you want to do is find a spot on the wall, right above the horizontal plane of sight. And if you're on a mat, it might be helpful to get off the mat so that you have a solid ground underneath you. So Vrikasana, the tree pose. To begin the pose, you put all your weight on your right foot, and then you balance on your left toe, and take the heel of your left foot and bring it on the inside of the right ankle. And this is just to get your sense of balance. And if you feel really comfortable there, you can take this foot, the left foot, up and bring it on the inside of the calf, or you can bring it on the inside of the knee, You can place it on the inside of the thigh, or you can bring it in half lotus position. Have your hands together in prayer position. Find your spot on the wall, listen to your breath, do your Ujjayi breath, and really focus. And here you want to engage your leg and your thigh. So feel your thigh engaged, your buttocks, your calf, and imagine roots coming out of the bottom of your foot. And if you feel comfortable there, take your hands up and bring them up overhead. Focus on your breath. And the prayer is, may I live a life of balance. And allow a vision to come into your mind of what it is that you need to do to have more balance in your life. See yourself being more balanced. We want to be solid and connected to the earth with our roots. We also want our spine to be lifted up and be flexible in the wind. May I live a life of balance. Good, gently coming out of posture. Good, now we're going to do the other side. Put all your weight on your left leg. Balance on your right toe. And put your right foot in whatever position allows you to stay in that place of balance. Listen to your breath, find your spot and focus. Have your hands in prayer position. Engage that left thigh. Feel it really strong, like the trunk of a tree. And if you feel comfortable, you can take your hands and bring them up overhead. Lift your spine up. Feel your feet or your foot grounded. Roots coming out of your foot. May I live a life of balance. Have a vision in your mind. See what is it that you need to do to integrate into your life to be more balanced. Breathe. May I live a life of balance. And gently release the posture. Good. Okay, the next posture we're going to do is to give the spine a sideways bend, and this is called Ardha Chandrasana, or the crescent moon pose. To prepare, we bring the hands up in prayer position over the head, lift your spine up, and then exhale and bend over to your left. And if you want, you can close your eyes and imagine in your mind your body in the shape of a crescent moon, and realize the nice stretch your spine is getting sideways. And imagine as the moon that the sun is in front of you, the pureness of the sun. And the prayer is, may I realize the pureness of my soul, practicing Sautya, purity. And get a sense of what is the pureness of my soul like. Meditate, go deep within it. May I realize the pureness of my soul. And then inhale, come up. Lift up, and then exhale over to the other side. See that beautiful sun, that pure sunlight. May I realize the pureness of my soul. Go deep within your being. Search for your soul. Feel that light within you. Go deep within it. Ask to realize, to know the pureness of who you are. May I realize the pureness of my soul. And then inhale, reach up, Give the spine a good stretch up, and then release it down. Okay, very good. And we're going to come down onto our mats now to relax in Savasana, which is the relaxation pose. Okay, to practice Savasana, or the relaxation pose, you want to have your feet at least hip width apart. Have your arms down by your side, away from your body, and your palms are up. And just feel yourself really centered and relaxed. And here's where we learn the deep breathing, Dirgha Swasam. And in order to do this breath, it's helpful if it's the first time you're doing it, you can place your hand on your lower belly. And we teach it as a 3-part breath. And the first part of the breath is as you inhale, the belly comes out, the lower belly comes out. And then as you exhale, that belly comes in. And then the second part of the breath is as you inhale, the rib cage comes out to the side. And then as you exhale, that comes in. And the third part of the breath is as you inhale, it comes all the way up into the top part of the lungs, lifting the collarbone up. And then as you exhale, that lowers down. So the full breath would be inhaling, lower belly comes out to the side, the ribs come out to the side, and the upper chest lifts up. And then as you exhale, it just all comes down, you let it out. And at the end of the exhalation, you very gently bring in your lower abdominal area. You contract that area. And what that does, it allows your diaphragm muscle to contract up over the lungs to squeeze out the excess air. And when we're breathing, we're not really breathing into the belly, but we breathe in, let the diaphragm muscle to come down into the belly, which allows the lungs to expand, which gives us the ability to use the full capacity of our lungs. So practice the full yogic breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And we're also practicing life force control, prana. So you want to have the intention that this breath is to help you to balance your body now. You feel the energy that you've just generated through the postures and feel yourself becoming more balanced. Have the intention to be more balanced since your energy is flowing more freely through your body now. As you notice that as you begin to breathe more deeply, the mind begins to calm down. It helps you to relax. So just practicing this breath, just learning this breath can be very beneficial in your life. Anytime you feel like you need to relax, calm down, just slow down your breathing and do the full deep yogic breath. Okay, great. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to begin the backward bending poses. To prepare for these poses, what you'll need to do is turn gently over onto your front side. The first pose we're going to do is called Bhujangasana. It's called the cobra pose. To prepare for this pose, you're going to rest on your forehead. Your palms are on the ground next to your shoulders, and your fingertips are aligned with your shoulders. Your elbows are up, but close into your body. So have your elbows tucked in, and your feet are together. Toes are uncurled. And the focus here is going to be, for us, is going to be the upper part of the spine. This is what you're going to focus on, the upper part of your back, giving it a nice backward bend. So resting on your forehead, slowly stretch your chin out. Lift your head up. Don't lift your head up too much so that you're squashing the back of your neck. Keep it slightly extended. Lift the chest up. Do your Ujjayi breath, breathing, staying centered. Now bring your focus down by your pubic bone and really rest on the pelvic area. And imagine energy coming up your spine all the way up into your heart. And focus now in your heart, breathing in and out of your heart. Breathing in and out of your heart. Feel that light in your heart again. The prayer is, may my being always radiate divine peace. This is practicing ahimsa, non-harming. Go deep within your heart. Feel that place of peace. Lift your heart up. Feel yourself lifting your heart up. May my being always radiate divine peace. Feel that nice spine, the nice bend in the spine. May my being always radiate divine peace. And then to release the posture, keep the chin extended out. Bring it down, bring your head down, return your forehead to the mat. And then turn your head to the side and relax. Bring your arms down by your side and relax. The next posture we're going to do, backward bend, is called Salambhasana, which is the locust pose. And you have a number of different variations that you can use for this. One of them is you can lift just one leg up at a time behind you, or I'll give you two different variations to lift both your legs up. But this is what we're doing. We're lifting the legs up behind us. So to prepare for the pose, you can have your arms down by your sides, or you can tuck both your hands underneath your body. And we're going to inhale, lift both legs up, keeping your chin on the ground. Bring your chin onto the ground, and inhale, lift up. And have your focus in the lower part of your back. And the prayer is, may I release all that does not serve my highest good. Practicing aparigraha, non-greed, non-hoarding. Just imagine everything that you don't need in your life, just releasing it into the light. Strengthening your lower back. Remember to come in and out of the posture anytime you'd like. If you want to just lift one leg up at a time, you can. And I release all that does not serve my highest good. And then slowly lower down. Turn your head to the opposite side as before and relax. Take your arms out from under your body if that's where they are and relax. Take some deep breaths. Okay, the next pose we're going to do is we want to now give the full spine a backward bend. So we're going to combine the two postures. And first we're going to do what I call backward boat pose, and that's going to be a warm-up or an alternative posture for those who have not reached the boat pose yet. So to do the backward boat pose, you have a number of options of what to do with your arms. You can either bring your arms up over your head in front of you, like a Superman pose, or you can have them down by your side, or you can have them interlocked behind your back, just grasping onto one. And remember now, the idea is to focus on your spine and have an image in your mind of your spine in the back of the bottom of a boat, like the bottom of a canoe, giving that spine a nice backward, full backward bend. Okay, inhale, lift up. Focus on your solar plexus. And feel a sense, this is your power center. Imagine that you can tune into being in tune with the power and the source of all that there is. And the prayer is, may I be blessed with a disciplined body and mind. Doing your breath. Slowly lowering down. Remember to feel free to come in and out of the postures whenever you need to. Make sure you work with your own timing. Now if you felt really comfortable with that, we can move on to the bow pose. Please remember to work with your body and not try to push it or strain it or do something that it really doesn't want to do. Remember, asana is a comfortable posture. So if you're going to move into the bow pose, you bend both your knees and grasp onto your ankles. Otherwise, remember, please just repeat the backward boat pose. Don't try to push your body. And this is the exact same movement. We're trying to the idea is just to give your spine a nice backward bend, that's all. So if you can't do it through the bow, then you do it another way. So you have your hands grasping onto your ankles or your feet, and then push your ankles or your feet into your hands and lift your body up. Now here you want to focus on your spine. Imagine your spine in the shape of a bow. And your arms are the strings, so the arms are strong. Breathe, focus again on the solar plexus, your power center. May I be blessed with a disciplined body and mind. Feel yourself tuning into the source, power of the universe, being one with the one. Bringing that energy throughout the body, seeing yourself practicing tapas, self-discipline. May I be blessed with a disciplined body and mind. And slowly lower down. And then you can turn over onto your front side to relax in the relaxation pose. So here you want to practice your full deep yogic breathing. Take some full deep breaths. Be aware of the energy that you just released within your body. Practicing pranayama as you breathe. Use your intention for the energy in your body to become more balanced and free-flowing. Very good. Now we're going to come up and do the forward bends, and there's a number of ways you can get up out of this posture. You can, for the easiest way and the safest ways, you can just turn over onto your side and just push yourself up, or you can just lift yourself up. Okay, so for the forward bend postures, you're going to have your right leg extended straight out in front of you first. Have your left knees bent, and the bottom of the left foot is on the inside of the right thigh. And you want to make sure you're sitting forward. We have these sits bones here. You want to make sure you're sitting forward on these sits bones, and that helps you into the forward bend. This first one is called Janu Shirsasana in the head to knee pose. Okay, so to prepare for the pose, inhale, lift both your arms up. And then exhale and come forward about 1/3 of the way, and think of lengthening your spine. I like to have a vision in my mind of the spine like an accordion, and you're working on just lengthening the spine, and just practice your breathing, your jaya breath. And then the next exhalation, come down about another 1/3 of the way. Breathe, lengthen the spine. And then the next exhalation, come all the way down, and just allow your hands to come down onto your legs wherever they comfortably can. Have your toes pointed towards your face. And feel where there's tensions in your body, whether it's in the lower back or the back of your leg. And just release that tension. Just go into it, breathe into it, and feel that part of your body relax. This is where we're going to practice Ishwara Pranidhanas. This is surrender or devotion to the divine. Just surrender and let go. Have an image of surrendering all the tensions in your life and just lifting them up into the light. The prayer is, may I surrender all unto thee. Think of your challenges, your pains, your sorrows, even your joys, just lifting them up into the divine and becoming so totally absorbed into the one that you feel yourself connected with the one. Practice your Ujjayi breath. May I surrender all unto thee. And to release the posture, you can either lengthen out again and lift up, or you can just slide your hands back up your leg. Lift the spine up straight, and then change position of the legs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come forward about 1/3 of the way down, lengthening the spine, practicing your breath. Next exhalation, another 1/3 of the way down. And the next exhalation, allow yourself to come all the way down. Allow your hands to touch your legs wherever you comfortably can. Feel wherever there's tension in the body and just breathe into that area. Offering up all the tensions, pains, the challenges, the sorrows. Offering everything up into the divine. This is where we say, let go and let God, or let thy will be done. Whatever works for you, to be able to let go and surrender, to be absorbed into the oneness, to be filled with devotion for the oneness of all that there is. May I surrender all unto thee. Ishwara Pranidhana. May I surrender all unto thee. Breathe. Inhaling, coming out, extending out, or lifting your hands up your legs, whichever. Lift the spine up and relax the hands down. And then we're going to do the full forward bend, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, come down about 1/3 of the way. Close your eyes, focus within if you'd like to. Breathe. Next exhalation, come down another 1/3 of the way. And the next exhalation, come all the way down as far as you comfortably can. If you can grasp onto your toes, you can grasp onto your toes and take your fingers and wrap them around your big toe. Or just allow your hands to relax on your legs wherever they comfortably can and surrender into the pose. In this pose, we practice asteya, non-stealing. And the prayer is, may I trust that everything that I need will come to me when I need it. Breathing, practicing the breath, surrendering into the pose. May I trust that everything that I need will come to me when I need it. Now to come out of the posture, we're just going to slide your hands up your legs and lower your back down, back onto the mat for the relaxation pose. Take a deep breath. And here, if you feel like you need a counter pose for your lower back, you can bend both your knees into your chest. And then just keep your left knee squeezed in and your right leg extended out on the ground. Squeeze it for a moment or two. And then changing position of the legs, bring the right knee in. And then relax. Take your full deep yogic breaths. Relax in the relaxation pose. Your feet are apart, at least hip width apart. Arms are down by your side, palms are up. Arms are away from your body. Deep breathing. Be aware of the energy in your body that you've released, especially the area around your lower back and the back of your legs. The next thing that we're going to do are the inversions. And the first pose we're going to do is called Setu Bandhasana. And this is really a preparation for the shoulder stand. So to prepare for this pose, or it's also an alternative to the shoulder stand, bend both your knees, feet flat on the ground, feet are apart. And you can have your hands either right down by your side, or you can grasp onto your ankles if your feet are wide apart. Whichever works. So what we're going to do in this pose is we're going to lift our hips up into the air. So inhale and lift up, lifting both hips way up in the air, lifting up as high as you can. Feel first the energy in your thighs and your buttocks. This really helps to strengthen those areas. And if you feel comfortable here and you want to come up even further, you can even interlock your fingers behind your back and pull your shoulders closer together. And what we're going to focus on here is the energy in the spine for the chakras. And imagine a golden light from the base of your spine moving through your spine towards your heart, filling up your heart with golden light, and then moving into your throat. Filling your throat with golden light. This is the throat chakra, your area of communication. Here we practice satya, truthfulness, or non-lying. And the prayer is,
May I always live and speak the truth of my soul, knowing that that truth comes through a compassionate heart. So we feel the heart at first before we speak our truth. Having that energy in your throat chakra, in the thyroid gland. May I always speak and live the truth of my soul. And then slowly lower down, allowing the upper part of your spine to come on the mat first, then the middle part of your spine, and then the lower back. And just relax and take a breath. You can have both your legs extended straight out. Now the next pose we're going to do is called the shoulder stand, Sarvangasana. And the shoulder stand is really not for everybody to do. And this is one of the postures where it's better to have supervision and to learn it from a yoga class, because there's a lot of little technical things that can benefit you to know to do it correctly. You do not want to do the shoulder stand if you have any type of neck or shoulder problems. If you want to do the shoulder stand, we're going to lift both our legs up and rest on our shoulders. And if you just want to repeat the Setu Bandhasana, the bridge pose, please feel free to do that. And it is recommended in some places, if you do the shoulder stand a lot, to use a prop and to take a blanket and rest your shoulders on the blanket so that your neck gets a better curve in the back, just for your information. Okay, so it's your choice whichever one you want to do next. If you're going to do the Setu Bandhasana, have both your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. And remember, please feel free to come out of the postures anytime you need to. If you feel like we're holding it too long, then please feel free to come out. So if you're going to do the bridge pose, please move into the bridge pose. If you're going to do the shoulder stand, have both your legs out, lift your legs up overhead. Support your hips with your hands and then move your hands up your back towards your shoulders. Now remember, we want to rest on the shoulders, not on the back of the neck. Inhale and exhale. And again, focus on the energy coming down your spine towards your heart into your throat area. This is called the Queen of Asanas. This really helps to offset the effects that gravity has on us. It gives the heart a rest. It's very good for the thyroid gland. Stimulates the thyroid gland, which regulates our metabolism. So breathing and seeing that golden light coming down the spine, filling your heart. Then moving into your throat, feel that golden light. Imagine that golden light in your throat. The prayer is, may I always speak and live the truth of my soul. May I always speak and live the truth of my soul. Some people hold the shoulder stand up to 5 minutes. What's your choice? Breathing. Focusing on the throat, the golden light in the throat. And now to come out of the posture, you want to bring your feet overhead. And you want to lower your spine down. You have your hands down by your side to use them as a break, and that really helps to do it very slowly if you need to. Otherwise, if you feel comfortable, you can just keep your hands up over your head and slowly lower the spine down, vertebra by vertebra. And then we're going to move into the counter pose, which is the fish pose. To prepare for the fish pose, put both your hands underneath your buttocks. And you're going to come up on your elbows and bring your chest way up in the air and your head back, resting on the top of your head. Feel your chest fully expand and take full deep breaths in this posture. This is for Swajaya. This is where spiritual studies, getting to know the deepest part of ourself. The prayer is, may my heart be filled with devotion. Open your heart and feel your heart filled with devotion. Imagine what your life would be like if you walked around with constant devotion for the divine of all life. Have a desire for your heart to be filled with devotion. Then the energy from the heart move into the throat. May my words be thy words. So our words may be expressions of the divine. Bring the energy moving up into the third eye. May I be blessed with a vision of thy radiance, seeing light in your third eye. Bring the energy to the crown. May I be crowned with thy oneness, realizing the oneness of all that there is. To release the posture, gently lift the head up and lower the head down. And take your arms out from underneath your body. And then relax in the relaxation pose. Full deep breaths. Be aware of the energy in your body and allow the energy in your body just to become more balanced and relaxed and free-flowing. Good. Now we're going to do the spinal twist. To prepare for the spinal twist, you'll have your right leg extended straight out in front of you. Bend your left knee. Cross your left foot over the extended leg. Have your left hand and bring it all the way behind you. And you want to use this as leverage. You don't want to be leaning back on it because you want to keep your spine up really straight and tall. And later on, if you twist around and you feel like you don't need this hand anymore, you can wrap it behind you. Take your right arm and wrap it around your knee. And what we're going to do now is we're going to twist all the way around to this left side. So I like to keep my eyes closed. If you want to, you can. Lift your spine up, inhaling. And then exhale and twist around to your left as far as you comfortably can. And now to go further into the twist, inhale, lift your spine up. And then exhale and feel as if you're focusing more on your lower part of your spine and twisting from that area in your spine. And then inhale, lift up, and focus in the middle part of your back. And then inhale, lift up, and then focus from the upper part of your spine and your neck and twist as far as you comfortably can. Breathe deep, and now focus in your heart. And this is where we practice santosha, contentment, and generate a feeling of joy in your heart. Or bring back a memory when you felt really joyous. And the prayer is, may I always be attuned to ever-present joy. May I always be attuned to thy ever-present joy. Feel that sense of joy within your heart. Lift your heart up. Breathe into your heart. May I always be attuned to thy ever-present joy. And now to release the posture, just gently come out of the posture. And then we're going to change position to the other side. So your left leg is extended straight out in front of you, your right knee is bent. Having the right foot on the outside of the extended leg, have your right arm behind you. Take your left arm and wrap it around the knee. Twist all the way around to your right side. Lift your spine up. And then go further into the twist. Focus your energy in the lower part of your spine and twist from that area. And then inhale, lift up and twist from the middle part of the back. And then inhale, lift up and twist from the upper part of the back. Bring back that feeling of joy in your heart. Create a sense of joy. Lift your heart up. May I always be attuned to thy ever-present joy. Create that feeling of joy in your heart. May I always be attuned to thy ever-present joy. Breathe into your heart. May I always be attuned to thy ever-present joy. And then gently release the posture. And now we're going to lay down for the final relaxation. So we do the full deep yogic breath. Check your legs. Your feet should be at least hip width apart. Arms down by your side, away from your body. Full deep yogic breaths. Feel yourself becoming more relaxed with each exhalation. And to help us relax, first we're going to begin with the tense and release to help the body relax. And we begin with the right toe and the right foot. So first begin with tensing your toe and your foot, and then tense the calf. Lift your foot up just about a ½ inch off the ground. Lift the thigh and the buttock and tense the leg. Tense it and hold it tighter, tighter. Tense it tighter, tighter, and then let it drop and relax. You can let the foot roll from side to side. And then feel the difference between the right leg and the left leg and how much more it feels relaxed. And now we're going to do the left foot. Tense the left foot. Lift it off the ground. Lift the calf. Tense the calf, the thigh, the buttock. Tense it. Hold it. Tense the leg. Tighter, tighter, tighter. Tense it. And let it go. And let it relax. Take a full deep yogic breath. Now we begin with the right hand. Tense the right fist. Lift the arm up off the ground a little bit. Tense the forearm, the upper arm, the shoulder. Tense it. Hold it. Tighter, 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 and let it go. And then the left side, tense the fist, the forearm, the upper arm, the shoulder. Tense it. Hold it. Tighter, 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 and let it go. Take a deep breath and relax. Now we're going to tense the midsection. Again, tense the buttocks and the stomach area, the chest, bring the shoulders back, tense it, and relax. You can gently turn the head from side to side, relaxing the neck. Gently squeeze the muscles of your face together and relax. Take another full deep yogic breath and just allow yourself to relax even deeper. Now we're going to use the mind to relax the body and use the suggestion of the mind. And in order to do this, you can use a number of different visualizations. You can imagine, say we're working beginning with the toes, you can imagine your toes filled with warm water or heat. You can imagine them filled with a relaxing color. You could imagine someone's massaging your toes. You can imagine your toes turning into energy. Use whatever visualization works for you. So begin with the toes and the mental message from your mind to your toes. Toes relax. And feel your toes relaxed. And then let the relaxing energy from your toes move into your feet. Feet relax. Feel the feet relaxed. Let the relaxation move into the ankles. Relax the ankles. Feel the ankles relaxed. Move the energy into your calves. Relax the calves. Feel the calves relaxed. Just let the calves go. Feel them relaxed. Relax the knees. Feel the knees relaxed. Relax the thighs. Feel the thighs relaxed. Relax the buttocks. Feel the buttocks relax. Relax the lower belly. Let the belly go and feel the belly relax. Feel the belly become soft. Relax the lower back. Move deeply into the lower back and allow the lower back to relax. Lower back, let go. Feel the back, let go and relax. Take a full deep yogic breath. From the waist down, feel the body relax. Allow the relaxing energy to move into the middle part of the back and in the stomach area. Feel the stomach relaxed. Relaxing energy move up into the chest and the lungs, the upper back. Feel this area relax. Let the relaxation move into the shoulders. Allow the shoulders just to move back into their proper place in the body. Just for now, let go of the responsibilities and just allow the shoulders to relax. Feel the shoulders relax. Let the relaxing energy move down the arms into the fingers, the hands. Feel them relax. Take another full, deep yogic breath, and as you exhale, feel yourself relax even deeper. Now allow the relaxing energy to move into the neck and the throat area. Relax the neck. Go deep into the neck and allow it to relax. Bring the relaxing energy up into the chin, into the jaw. Allow the mouth to be slightly open, relaxing the jaw and the tongue. Relax the cheeks, the ears, the nose. And now relax the eyes. Allow all the muscles around the eyes to relax. Just let go of the eyes. Let them go. Feel the eyes filled with light and energy. Let them go. Feel the eyes as if they're just floating. Allow the relaxing energy to move into the forehead. Forehead relax. Use your intention to relax the scalp. Scalp relax. Now use the intention to relax the brain. Go deep into the brain. Brain, relax. Feel the brain relax. Take a full, deep yogic breath, and as you exhale, allow yourself to relax even deeper. Feel the entire body completely relaxed. Now go deep within your heart. And in your heart, there's a place that knows deep inner peace. Find that place. Feel the peace. May my heart and my being always radiate divine peace. May my being always radiate divine peace. Radiate that peace out into the world. Find that place inside your heart that radiates divine love. Allow that love to radiate out into the world. Find that place within you that is always full of joy. May I always be attuned to thy ever-present joy. Surrender into that joy, to the peace, the love, the light that lies within you always. We send a prayer out into the world. And the prayer is, may the entire world be filled with peace and joy and love and light. Knowing that that begins with each one of us, right here, right now, in our own lives. May the entire world be filled with peace and joy and love and light. So be it. Gently begin to wake up the body. Stretch your fingers and your toes, wiggle your toes and your fingers, and give your body a good stretch. You can turn over onto your side and rest there for a moment. And then when you're ready, very gently come up into a seated position for our chanting.
I love to chant. It's a great way to bring that joy up into our life, to bring the light, to bring the sense of devotion. And there's lots of different things to chant. We chant the Hari Om chant. Now the Om, yogis consider the sound of the universe. If the divine could speak, it would be saying Om. And in yogis, when we go deep into meditation, we can hear the sound, and the sound is this Om sound, and it's like a humming sound. To yogis, the Om sound is the most precious sound of the universe. It is the sound of all sounds. When they say in the beginning there was the Word and the Word was God, the yogis say in the beginning there was sound and the sound was God. And when we go deep into meditation, we can hear that sound, and it just sounds like a hum, like a humming sound. And we really can't create it with our voices, but we say Om to recreate it and to become attuned with that sound. So when we chant Om, it actually vibrates those upper two chakras that we were talking about. So when we chant Om, we want to feel the vibration in our third eye and our crown chakras. When we chant Hari, Ha, we're making the Ah sound. We're bringing the energy up from our solar plexus into our heart. We're just having that intention. So when we Ha, we open up our heart chakras, and we want to feel a sense of love and devotion and joy. And then when we go Re, we're opening up our throat chakras, our expression. So it's a really great way to meditate, to express joy and light and love, and to have fun and to have joy in our life. And it helps to practice, it's practicing purity. When we speak pure words, it helps to clear up our throat chakras. Okay, so it's done responsively. So I'll go Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om, and then you respond back to me. And you get to all play with your musical instruments and have lots of fun and lots of joy. Okay? Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om. Keep your instruments the whole time.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
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 Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari
Hari Hari Hari Om. 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 Hari Om 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 Hari Om. Hari 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 Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari 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 Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari 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 Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari 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 Om. Hari Om. Just take a moment now to feel the energy within. Feel the peace and the joy and the silence. Watch your breath and have a moment of meditation. Namaste. I salute the great souls that you are, and I thank you for allowing me to share the joy of yoga with you. Thank you.